since we have discussed CSS contains selectors and properties. So we have completed selectors. So now we are going to move forward to learn properties. So these are the properties, whatever we are writing inside the declaration block. So this is nothing but properties place. We are going to write properties here itself. So properties is nothing but whatever the styles we are going to apply on specific elements. Okay, so the styles, which style we are going to apply, each style we can call it as property. Along with each property is going to accept values. Okay, so each property is going to accept values. Okay, so here we are going to start with box model. So box model dot HTML. Okay, so here I'm going to create an element h1. So box model. So then again here inside this div element, div element. Okay, so here, so what is the thing is, so I need to apply styles on this particular div element. So I need to use inline CSS. So what I need to do? So I need to use inline CSS. So what I need to do? Vijay, Vanilla. So here on this div element, I need to use or apply inline CSS. What I need to do? Vijay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I need to apply inline CSS on this respective div element. So how can I apply? Vanilla.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how to apply inline CSS on this div element? Okay.
The open tag, can use a style tag, sir.
Style tag. Where we need to use style tag?
Inside the open tag div element.
Style tag or style attribute?
Style attribute.
Style attribute. Here itself we are going to use background color. It is going to execute. So now I need to select. So I'm going to give some class name to this particular div element. So class here div element or else div item. Okay. So here I need to select this particular element using this class name. So what is the selector I need to use here? Here style tag. So inside this, I need to select this div element. How can I select? Using selectors with the class name. Just tell me what I need to do here. I need to apply styles on this particular element using class name. What I need to do?
Not on class name.
Dot
Class name.
class name. So here I need to apply border to some 2 pixels, solid, then black, or else red. Okay. So now again padding some 20 pixels. So now again at our left margin 10 pixels. Width 150 pixels. So pixels is nothing but units. Okay. However, we have seen centimeters, right? Here, 1 pixel is equal to 1/4, 1/94 or something is there. 1/94 centimeters. Okay, like this, some value is there. 1 pixel is equal to. So that is some value is there. Okay, when we are going to see that units, we are going to learn these things. So, but it is not. So no one is going to ask that exact value, but something like 1/94 centimeters, like this some value is there for 1 pixels. Okay, so it is an unit. Okay, so pixels rem, okay, vm, percentages, we are going to use these things so to control their sizes. Here I have just applied some styles on this element. Border, so whatever the layout outside of this particular element we have created, that lines, so it is nothing but border. So border will accept 3 values. First one is border thickness. If I pass here 10 pixels, it is going to increase the thickness of that border. Okay. So first value is thickness of that particular border. How much thick we need to create. Second one, which style of that particular border you need. If it is solid, you are going to mention solid, which is normal general line. Dashed. Some dashed border it is going to generate. Then again, dotted lines. Okay, so like this, they're a bit different. This is third value is color. Which color border you need to create? So you need to create. Clear? So this is border. Some basic information about border. Then again, padding. So padding is nothing but the space between the border and content. Between this border and content, there will be some space, right? So it is nothing but padding. So here it is padding. Here it is padding. Here, this is not padding till here only. The element is occupying some space. Why? Because we are maintaining some width. See here. So whatever you are able to see, I think. So whatever you are seeing in dark blue, which is the size of that particular content. Okay. So whatever you are seeing in green color, which is padding. Another one. So whatever you are seeing here, so it is border. Then after this, some brown color or some like whatever we are seeing in orange color. So it is margin. Okay. So where we are going to identify. So here itself. Yellow color border, padding, content. Only content is going to select. Margin, only margin is going to select. Okay. So for every element, there will be a box model. This is nothing but box model. Okay. So a space around the content, whatever we are seeing. Okay. So the space occupied around the content. So it might be padding, border, margin, whatever it might be. So it is nothing but a box model. Box model is nothing but a space or else whatever the styles we are applying around this content. Okay, so it might be margin, padding, border. Okay, so this is nothing but box model. Box model contains content box, padding box, border box, margin. Okay, so these are the elements. So not so content, padding, border, margin. So these all 4 types inside the box model are available. Okay, this is nothing but box model. Okay, so then again box sizing. We are going to control the size of box. sorry. So we are going to control the size of the box. We are just controlling its width with 150 pixels. Okay. So now there will be a property box model, sorry, box sizing. Okay. Here there will be two values, border box, content box. If I mention here content box, so then the width of the element. So now here it is not mentioning. So whatever we are seeing is just okay. So now the width of the element becomes, so here actually my width of this particular content is 150. Then again 20 plus 20. So left side 20, right side 20 pixels. Okay. So I'm applying. So here 40 pixels means total 190 pixels. So then again 1.5, sorry, 1.6. So then again 10, 10, 10, 20. So almost our width of this particular element is 200 plus. Okay. So whenever I am using content box, okay. So whenever I am using box model, border box, box sizing, border box. So this time that content will be shrink. See, it has been reduced. So reduced. So what happening? Okay, within 150 pixels only, it is going to arrange this 10 pixels, 20 pixels, means almost 30 pixels. So 30, 30, 60 pixels, this content, so sorry. So whatever margin padding will be occupied this 60 pixels. The rest over remaining 70 or 80 pixels. Okay. So it is going to occupy with content. Okay. So this is my content box. So my width is 100 pixels. Actual, the content width is 100 pixels. Okay. So now, whenever I am applying padding 20 pixels, margin 20 pixels, sorry, 10 pixels, margin and padding. Just assume these two I am using. No, there is no border. Okay, just assume. So padding 20 pixels, margin 20 pixels. I am applying padding and margin. So it is going to occupy padding means the space between the content. This is content, right? Content and border. Okay. So here I am using 10 pixels. 10 or 20. 20 pixels. 20 pixels. Okay. So left side 20 pixels, right side 20 pixels. Why? Because we are applying padding. Not on specific side we are applying. We are applying both sides. 20. Okay. So now again I am applying margin. Margin 10 pixels. So then again same. I see this is the border. Okay. So this is the border. Just assume. Okay. So this is the border. So this is the space it is occupied, padding. Okay. So again margin I am using 10 pixels. So 10 pixels left side, 10 pixels right side. So ఇప్పుడు, so the width, so now the width of this particular element is 10 plus 20, 30 plus 100, 130. Okay, plus 20, 150, then plus 10. Total the width of this particular element is 160. Okay, whenever you are giving the value box sizing content box, not border box, content box. Whenever you are giving content box, that particular width becomes, where is it? Where it is? Okay, so no issue. So that particular width becomes 160 pixels whenever you are using content box. Clear till this point? Any doubts? Okay, na? Malli explain cheyala. So just give me response. Hmm? సో
సార్ ఇంకోసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి సార్ అది.
this is my content. Okay, content box. Okay, so this pixels like width, this content pixels is width 100. Okay, so my content width is 100 pixels. Now on this content, so content is nothing but whatever the elements you are writing inside the tag. Okay, so this div element, this is the content. Okay, so this content pixels, sorry, so this content width I am giving 100 pixels. Okay, so then again, whenever I am applying padding on this particular content, so padding is nothing but border between the border and content, the space. Okay, so the space between the border and the content, so it is going to occupy some space. So the space is based on our requirement, we are going to mention some value. If I pass here 20 pixels, so it is going to occupy 20 pixels size, left side, so right side 20 pixels, so it is going to occupy. Okay, just give me a second. So 20 pixels. Okay, so left side 20 pixels, right side 20 pixels, it is going to occupy the padding. Okay, so then again, this is the border between the border and the content, only it is going to occupy the space, right? So 20 pixels. Then again I am applying margin. So margin is margin is nothing but the space outside the border, outside the border, so it is the margin. Okay, so margin I am applying 10 pixels. Okay, so outside the border, so same both left and right, it is going to apply, so 10. So now this is entire element, one element, right? One element. So now the width of this element is calculated from left to right. Just assume. Okay. So it is 10. Margin 10. Left side 10. So then again, left side padding 20. Total 30. Then content width is 100. Then total 130. Then again, right side padding, right side margin. Okay. 30. Total 160 pixels. Total 160 pixels width becomes to this particular element. Whenever you are using box sizing property, content box value. Okay, so box sizing property, content box is the value. Like this, it is going to calculate it. So when coming to the box, border box, this time, what it is going to do? So I am going to give my pixels 100 pixels width. Okay, so content width is 100 pixels. Okay, so this time I am going to apply 20 pixels padding, 10 pixels margin. So 100 pixels width, right? So 20 pixels padding. Okay, 10 pixels margin. Both sides padding. It will returns almost 40 pixels. So then margin both sides 20 pixels. Then now just reduce inside this 100, reduce this 40 and 20. This is the 100 pixels width. So 20 pixels margin. Just give me a second. Yeah, just okay. So 20 pixels margin, not 20, sorry. 10 pixels margin. So 10 pixels margin right side. So inside this border. So inside this border padding two sides. 20 pixels padding, 20 pixels padding. Now the content width becomes, so what is the content width now? So 60 done, only 40 left. Okay, so now the content width will be reduced. The total width will be adjustable. Okay, so total width of this particular element is 100 only. This point, this in this scenario. Okay, why? Because we are going to use here box sizing border box. So whenever you are using border box, it is not going to affect the original width, whatever you are giving. It is going to adjust accordingly. The content is going to be shrink. Shrink in the sense it is going to wrap inside that particular width only. It is not going to occupy any extra space. But when coming to the content box, it is going to add this padding to additional, which is 20, 20. Then the width becomes 140. But here, whenever you are using padding 2020, so it is going to adjust, it is going to remove 40 pixels, then remaining 60 pixels is content width, 40 pixels is padding. Okay, inside the same width only it is going to adjust, but when coming to the content box, it is going to add this extra padding margin border widths extra. Okay, then that width will be obviously it is going to increase. It is content box, border box. So the original width is not going to affect in content box. Okay, so this extra margin padding border is going to add on that particular content box. Okay, content width is same, but here according to this 150 pixels it is going to adjust. So that is the reason in this case it is going to shrink that content. But whenever you are using content box, obviously width is also going to increase. Are you getting my point? Clear? Any doubts? Clear? Sure, Kishore?
Sir.
Clear?
Yes, clear, sir.
Vijay? Mehtaj?
Yes, sir.
సో కంటెంట్ బాక్స్ యూస్ చేస్తే విత్ సేమ్ కంటెంట్ విత్ ఏదైతే మనం ఇస్తామో అది అలానే ఉంటుంది. సో ప్యాడింగ్ మార్జిన్ అవి రెండు సైడ్స్ యాడ్ అయినప్పుడు దాని విత్ ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి విత్ అండ్ హైట్ బోత్, నాట్ ఓన్లీ విత్ అండ్ హైట్ బోత్ విల్ బి యాడ్ ఎక్స్ట్రా. Okay, so then their width and height values will be changed in further. But when coming to the box model, sorry, border box, so on that time, so it is not going to affect its original width. It is going to adjust accordingly, height and width both. Okay, so I am just explaining only on width, but both height and width it is going to apply. So why? Because this padding and margin is also going to apply on top and bottom also, not only left and right. Not only left and right, it is going to apply top and bottom also. See, left, right, top, bottom. Okay, clear? So this is box sizing. So then again, box model we have completed. So now we will just start discussing about padding. So padding is nothing but the space around the content and the space between the border and content. Okay, so it is going to occupy. So this is shorthand property. Padding is shorthand property. Normal padding we need to apply. Then on the time, padding left, padding right, top, bottom. Padding right, padding top, padding bottom. So these are the four values. We are passing left side 10 pixels, right side 30 pixels, top 50 pixels, bottom 25 pixels. This time I am just applying individual sides with different values. That's it. So here, refresh. See here, padding 10 pixels left side, right side 30 pixels, top 50 pixels, bottom 25 pixels. Okay, so you can just adjust four side with different values whenever you are going to use these properties. No, I need to use in single line. So in single line, I need to pass all these four values. You can just pass padding. Here it is shorthand property. So left 10 pixels. Sorry. So first value is top, right? So top. So what it is? Top 50 pixels. 50 pixels. So then right 30 pixels. Then bottom 25 pixels. So then left 10 pixels. So I have commented these things. Now just check the values. Same values, right? So why? Because so here shorthand property. So the first value is top, second value right, third value for bottom, fourth value for left. So it will be comes like a clockwise. Top, right, bottom, left, which is like a clockwise. Okay, it is going to apply four values. Top, this is right, bottom, and left. Okay, so like this is the shorthand property. So rather than going through with these four lines of code, you can just write in a single line. So a good developer or else good coder is going to think smart, which is going to optimize that code. Okay, so coding, whatever we are writing, which it should be optimized code. Okay, and also which is efficient. Okay, so rather than taking in four lines, we will just arrange these things in one line. If you need to apply top and bottom with same values, left and right with same values, on that time you can just pass two values. Top and bottom 50 pixels, left and right 10 pixels. Clear? Top and bottom 50 pixels, left and right 10 pixels. So then again, we are passing only one value. It is going to take 50 pixels, four sides, same value, 50 pixels, 50, 50. Clear? Padding? Any doubts in this padding? So same, almost same for margin. So same properties. So margin left, margin right, margin top, margin bottom. So what is margin? So margin is nothing but the space. Just I'm going to stop this inspect. So the space outside the border. Okay. So outside the border, margin 20 pixels I'm passing. Outside the border, it is going to occupy the space. See, 10 or 20 pixels is just taking. Padding will just make it as adding 20 pixels. See, outside the border. If I try to increase the margin left, if I try to increase, it is going to reduce or increase. It is going to increase that particular margin size, only left side. So if I need to increase only top, can just replace this with. So this time we can just try to increase here itself. Top side, it is going to occupy margin. Clear? So same, left, right, top, bottom, or else shorthand properties there. So margin, you can just pass 20 pixels. It is going to apply for four sides. So four side 20 pixels it is going to apply. If we are passing four values, so 10 pixels, 30 pixels, 25 pixels. Same, top, right, bottom, left, same clockwise. 20, sorry, 20, 10, 30, 25, same clockwise. Okay, if you are passing two values, top and bottom. Okay, so like this margin, which is a space, it is going to occupy outside the border. Padding, which is the space between the border and content. Okay, or else inside the border. Okay, you can just. Okay, so the thing is, we need to understand. So again, there will be a value. Sorry, so there will be a value margin auto. So what it is going to do? I'm going to give some width here. Then we will just see that output properly. So 150 pixels. I'm not going to refresh the page first. Okay, so I'm going to this comment refresh. So this is my element location. Okay, so whenever I am making margin auto, so this particular auto value, what it is going to do? So it is going to occupy same space on left and right. The thing is the element comes to the center. That's it. Okay, top and bottom, it is not going to occupy any margin, but left and right, it is going to occupy some same space. Okay, so whatever the screen based on screen width, it is going to adjust. If it is mobile, so mobile screen width, margin it is going to occupy. Okay, so like this. Okay, so same left and right, it is going to occupy same size of margin. That's it. So it is margin auto. Clear till this point? Any doubts till this point?
No, sir.
No. Yeah. So we'll just start with the border. Border. So what it is? Just give me a second. Border size, I think. Border width. Yeah. So border width. So some 3 pixels. Border style. See, these are the styles: dashed, dot, double, groove, hidden. Okay, so these things. So just I'm using solid. Border color. So I'm using brown. Okay, so I'm going to comment this. So just going to apply. Okay, so it is nothing but border properties. These are the 3 values. Same. This is the shorthand property, shortcut to apply border. So this is shortcut, which is first one is width, second one is style, third one is color. Same here, 3 things. In 3 lines we are writing, in single line we are writing here. Okay, so then again there will be an important border radius. Okay, so border radius, it is going to smooth the edges. So these are the sharp edges, right? It is going to smooth out. Clear? Border radius. If you need to make it more, just you can increase this some 25 pixels. It is going to increase the smooth, or else you can just try to reduce. It will almost like a cylindrical shape like this. Clear? The border radius it is. Okay, so now if we need to make only a top two sides, okay, top right side radius 10 pixels, border bottom or not top, just give me a second, border top left side radius 10 pixels. So now in this case bottom it is not going to occupy any, like it is not going to make any radius, so only top it is going to make. In this is in some cases we are going to see these things. Okay, so 25 pixels. So in some cases we are going to see like this. In Flipkart, I think we are going to see this. We'll just look whether they have used or not. Look, they have not used. These 4 sides, right? Amazon. So some cards they are going to make like this only. So no, here they have not used it. Okay, so now in some cases we are going to see some images has only top borders or border radius. In bottom they are not going to use border radius. In that cases we are going to see these things. You can just try to increase the width and height also. Height some 250 pixels. Then it's like this. Okay, so like this we are going to see the. Okay, so clear till this point. So you can just use shorthand property for this. No shorthand property. Okay, so this is clear till this point. Any doubts? Padding, margin, border. and again box model. All these things comes under box model. So then again, box sizing property, content box is going to add this padding and margin as an extra space, like extra width for that particular content. Border box is not going to add extra space. It is going to adjust inside the same width only. It is going to adjust that padding and margin. Clear till this point? Any doubts? Almost done. So border image is there. Just to check with this. So border image. So URL inside this we need to pass relative path or else absolute path also fine, no issue. Now this we will just make here dot sets. We'll just check whether it is applying or not. I'm going to stop this. So border color. So border width I'm going to increase with some 15 pixels. Which is adjusting. Just give me a second. This image is not suitable. Mm. So whenever you need to make image as a border, on the time border image, it is applying, but image is not suitable. So we'll just try to this is applying, right? So, but it is not the case. So if you observe entire width of the content also changing. Okay. By default, it is content box. Okay. So by default, if you are not applying border size, box sizing. So by default, the box sizing value is content box for the HTML document. So it should not happen. Some suitable image we are going to download. So border. So which one? We will just take this one. We'll just take this one. We'll just check whether it is applying or not. Copy image address. So it should not like it should apply entire content. This okay. Order PNG. We'll try with this. This is also not working. It is not the case. So some of the borders will apply, right? It is going to occupy around the content. It is not applying. So, but I have, so we'll just try to just the height. So I think, is there anything for border image? So border. mm, no. So this is the. So I have one image. We'll just look for it whether it is available or not. This is. Yeah. So we'll just look for this whether it is also applying or not. Yeah. No issue. It should not like this. We'll just apply border around the content. Okay, we'll just see it. No issue. Something. So we are not applying any single. Border width 20 pixels. Border style solid. Okay, so no issue for just to see it. Okay, it should work with some additional property if I need to add. So that is the issue. So same, whenever you need to apply image as a border, so on that time, border image, so value URL, which is like a method. So inside this, you need to pass relative path or absolute path, whatever it may be. The image address you need to pass inside this particular URL path. Clear?